The man slowly walked out onto the steel framework, took a deep breath and looked around, and this height was truly breathtaking. These were the tallest buildings in America, the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center, with a total height of 512 meters. From above, everything on the ground looked so tiny. Suddenly, a gust of wind came up, and Felipe almost lost his balance, but he quickly regained it and even stood on one leg as if defying the towers. After that, he built 2 models and sought advice from a master. The master only told him that at this height, safety was the most important thing. But Felipe strictly rejected any safety measures. To prepare for extreme situations, Philip began a devilish training to hone his balance. The photographer also brought along a helper, a math teacher with a fear of heights. To solve the problem of the fishing line, the photographer built a bow. The arrow could shoot the fishing line over to the other tower. Thus, the problem of setting up the rope was solved. To gather more information, Philip sneaked into the Twin Towers daily in disguise, photographing and examining the buildings. As a reporter, he also learned the distance between the towers. One day, while supervising a construction site, he accidentally stepped on a nail. That was bad because feet were extremely important for Philip, but instead of giving up, he continued with his plan despite his injured leg. One day in the elevator, a fan recognized him. He had seen Philip perform at Notre Dame. Philip invited him to join his team. With his help, Philip could enter and exit the towers unhindered. The bearded man also recommended a walkie-talkie seller to him. The seller also loved adventure. Philip quickly brought him on board. The seller introduced him to 2 brothers who had previously worked on fishing boats and were skilled at tying ropes. Thus, an adventure team was formed. The day of the plan's execution had finally arrived. They split into 2 groups. The bearded man led 2 men to the emergency door. They were responsible for launching the fishing line. Philippe followed a truck to the south gate. Under the pretense of installing a railing, they took the elevator to the 110th floor. While unloading the equipment, the unexpected happened. The winch of the truck suddenly broke. They had to carry everything by hand. At that moment, the voice of a security guard suddenly came over the walkie-talkie. An accomplice did not want to get caught and go to jail, so he immediately withdrew. The remaining 2, Philip and his companion, hid in the elevator shaft. They sat on the steel framework. The companion was trembling because he suffered from a fear of heights. Philip continuously reassured him until he finally relaxed. Then he used a pen to drill a hole to explore the situation outside. After a while, Felipe realized that the security guard was gone. The 2 of them laboriously climbed out. Due to this incident, they were now a few hours behind schedule. Quickly, they dragged the wire rope up together. Felipe looked at the opposite building and signaled to his companions to shoot the fishing line over. But the arrow missed the target and landed on the edge of the tower. Fortunately, Philip reacted lightning fast and grabbed the sword attached to the fishing line. Philip installed the walkie-talkie over the fishing line and successfully stretched the wire rope between the towers. With the sunrise, the beginning of his performance was also approaching.